Hello students, again I welcome you all for the online classes of Triveni Memorial Senior Secondary School. And today in this video I'm going to start with chapter 5th, Should Wizard Hit Mommy by John Updike. And this is the chapter of 12th class. Now before starting with the chapter, let's talk about the author. John Hoyer Updike, born in March 18, 1932, and he passed away on January 27, 2009. And he was an American novelist, poet, short story writer, art critic, and literary critic. One of the only three writers to win the Pulitzer Prize for the fiction more than once. Updike published more than 20 novels, more than a dozen short story collections, as well as poetry, art and literary criticism, and children's book during his career. Introduction of the chapter Should Wizard Hit Mommy? The story revolves around Jack, who is a father to two kids, Joanne and Bobby. His wife Claire is carrying their third child. Jack had a habit of telling his daughter Jo a story every evening and on Saturday afternoon naps. This time, when he was telling her a story, she interrupts him and asks him questions. Whenever she feels that things that are being told are not right, so Jack now finds himself in a fix and doesn't know how to resolve Joe's question. Parents feel that the children should do or think exactly what they are told. They should believe whatever they are told by their parents, but this means this is the right attitude. This moral question is raised by the story and left for the readers to decide what should be done. Character sketch. Jack the father. Jack, like any other loving father, tells story to his daughter Jo every day and put her to sleep. As he is not very creative and imaginative, he keeps on one basic storyline. While telling the story, he tries to dramatize and modulates his voice to bring the effect. He himself didn't have a very happy childhood. Joanne, the daughter. Joanne or Jo is a smart, pampered, loved, but sensitive child, like any other child of 4 years. She is fond of stories. She is innocent and loves the happy ending stories. She lives in her imaginary world of the fairies, magic, wands, miracles, etc., and is not prepared for any harsh reality of life. She feels pain for Roger Skunk when she is rejected by his friends. Fun, games, and peer appreciation means much to her. Theme of the story. The story deals with certain moral issues and with the adult complexes that clash with childish innocence. Father Jack tells stories to his daughter Jo, influenced by his own childhood experiences, failures, and complexes. On the other hand, his daughter lives in her own world of fantasy and doesn't want to come out of it. She feels the pain of being rejected by the playmates, and when Roger's skunk is rejected due to his bad smell. The story highlights the point that the children also have their egos, identities, views, and attitude. The ending of the story also highlights the fact that the children must understand that one must accept one's identity and gracefully accept the way we are created by God. Now students, let's begin with the explanation of the story Should Wizard Hit Mommy? It was a Saturday evening. Every evening, Jack told his daughter Jo a story about his head, means out of his head, and this custom began when she was 2. Now, he had been telling her bedtime stories for almost 2 years. His story had a central character named Roger, a small creature. It would be a Roger fish, Roger squirrel, or Roger chipmunk. Today, it was Roger skunk. The Roger skunk smelled so bad that none of the other woodland creature would play with him. They called him Stinky Stunk, and then they would run away. Roger Skunk would stand there all alone. Tears would fall from his eyes. Joe asked if he would not see the owl. Jack said that Roger Skunk walked along very sadly to a very big tree. There was a huge, wise old owl on the topmost pointed end of the tree. Roger Skunk told the owl all the other animals ran away from him because he smelled very bad. The owl admitted that he did so. Roger Skunk cried very hard and he wanted to know what he could do. The owl suggested going to the wizard. The owl advised Roger Skunks to go through the dark woods under the apple trees into the swamp, and there would be the wizard's house over a creek. Creek means the little river. On reaching the little white house, Roger Skunk rapped on the door. A tiny little old man came out with a long white beard and a pointed blue hat. He observed that the creature smelled awful. Roger Skunk said the huge wise owl had told him that he could help him. The wizard found his magic wand and asked Roger Skunk what he wanted to smell like. Roger thought and said, "Roses." He chanted a magic spell. All of a sudden, the whole inside of the wizard's house was full of smell of roses. The wizard asked 7 pennies for the work. Roger Skunk had only 4 pennies and he began to cry. The wizard directed him to go to the end of the lane and turn around 3 times and look down the magic well. Roger Skunk did so and found 3 pennies in the magic well. He took them to the wizard. He was now very happy. He ran out into the woods. The other creatures gathered round him because he smelled very good. They played various games the children play. They played and laughed all afternoon. Then it began to get dark. They all ran to their mummies. Joe thought that the story was all over. Jack didn't like that she should take anything for granted. He continued the story further. Roger Skunk's mother asked him about that awful smell. He was surprised and added that he smelled like roses. She then asked who had made him smell like this. He said that it was a wizard, and Mommy asked him to come with her, and they were going right back to that awful wizard. Skunk protested that all other animals would run away. She said that he used to smell the way the little skunk should have. She took an umbrella and went back with Roger Skunk. She hit the wizard right over the head. The wizard said, "Okay." Roger Skunk smelled very bad again. He no longer smelled like that of the roses. Joe put her hand out of Touch's lips and said, then the wizard hit her on the head and did not change that little skunk back. Her father continued the story in his own fashion. Skunk and his mother went home. They heard the sound of the rain. When daddies arrived, and finally they had their supper. Jack described the various items of their supper and story was over. Little Jo was not satisfied with the way her father has ended the story. She asked whether the other little animals did not run away. Jack told her that in a little while they got used to the way he was and did not mind it all. Jo said that that was a stupid mommy. Jack said she wasn't, so means that is Jo felt he was defending his own mother to her or something has means that is odd, and Jack asked her to put her head in the pillow and have a good long nap. Jo asked her father to tell her story the next day that wizard took that magic wand and hit that mommy right over the head. Jack said that was not the story. He stressed the point, and little skunk loved his mommy more than he loved all the other little animals, and she knew what was right. Jo again asked her father to say the next day that the wizard hit the mommy, and she insisted that she should say so. Jack promised to see to it. He asked her to have a rest and stay on the bed. He praised her as a good girl. Jack closed the door and went downstairs. His wife Claire had spread the newspapers and opened the paint can. She was wearing an old shirt of his on the top of her maternity snack, and finally she was stroking the chair rail with a dipped brush. He heard footsteps upstairs and he shouted to beat Joanne on the buttocks. Then the footsteps wavered. Claire observed that it was a long story, and finally he simply said, "The poor kid." He watched his wife working hard on the woodwork. It included a cage of moldings and rails and baseboards all around them. He felt caught in an ugly middle position, and he also felt his wife's presence in the cage with him. But he did not want to speak with her, work with her, touch her anything, and he watched everything with utter weariness. Now, students, here comes the chapter highlights. The chapter captures a very sensitive reaction of a small girl to an important aspect of the story that her father narrates to her. The story reveals the worldview of a little child to a difficult moral question that shows her mental and psychological richness. Jo is a little girl of 4 years. She is engaged in a story session with her father. Jack, the father, used to tell her a story every evening and especially for Saturday naps. Jo feels herself involved in the character and happening. The story always had an animal with a problem. The old owl advises him to visit the wizard and would solve the problem. Skunk's problems: he smelled bad, visited the wizard who changed it to the smell of roses. Skunk's mother was unhappy with it and took him back to the wizard. She hit the wizard and asked him to restore the original smell. She wanted the son to keep his identity of a skunk and wanted him, his friend, to accept him for himself. So the wizard changes him back to the smell like a skunk. After hearing the story of Roger Skunk, Jo was not happy with the ending. She wants her father to change the ending. She wants the wizard to hit the mother back and let Roger be with which her father was not ready to do to establish his authority. This raises the difficult moral question whether parents possess the right to impose their will on their children. Her father find it difficult to answer the question. So students, here we finishes with the video. I hope the chapter is clear. Thank you so much for watching my video. Stay safe, stay healthy.